Hello guys, welcome back to Animation Station, and today I will be ranking all Shadow Fight bosses from easiest to hardest alongside Hooty and Percival
And the mighty hack.
and Hack.
Why do I have to do this?
So if you don't know what Shadow Fight is, it's basically a game that you can install on mobiles, tablets and PC, in which you play as a legendary warrior driven by his arrogance to seek a worthy opponent matching his skills, but in the process he ends up opening the gates of shadows and becomes one himself after he loses his physical body due to the demons who are hence unleashed.
He's such an idiot.
You'd do the same thing if you had his power, but I guess you can't. Anyway, now he intends to lock away the evil he has unleashed upon the world by retrieving the 6 demon seals from each demon with the help of his old sensei and his blacksmith mane. What a noble warrior!
He literally unleashed demons upon his world.
At least he faces mistakes, unlike you.
What? I always face my mistakes.
No, you don't. Last time I saw you spill some milk, so you just left it there on the floor after getting mad at it for a while.
Well, it's not my fault it made me mad.
Let me just get back to the game. Okay, so there are acts or chapters. In each act, you face one of the demons as a final boss. To reach them, you must fight all of their 5 bodyguards, and each one is stronger than the one before, which means that you have to level up, get new skills, purchase new weapons and upgrade them by getting money from fighting in different tournaments and other modes. Where does he get the money from anyways? I mean, does he take them from the demons' wallets after he kills them? Maybe his sensei gives him money when he kills them? Anyway, there are 7 bosses in Shadow Fight 2, and with that out of the way, let's start the ranking now. So the weakest of all Shadow Fight 2 bosses is Widow from the 5th act. She has the ability to control men and make them do anything she desires because of her charm, but it doesn't affect you somehow. How manipulative!
She's not even that pretty.
Honestly, yeah, she isn't, but the actual reason she's at the bottom of the list is because she's a late game boss, which means that by then you already have a lot of skills, and her special move is just a slow teleport behind you for an unblockable attack. However, it's easily dodged, clearly telegraphed, and doesn't even deal that much damage. The only good effect she has is her chance to heal when she either hits you with her friends or gets hit by you. Next up on the list is the third demon, Butcher, who is almost as easy as Widow. However, since he's mid-game, you have less skills when you face him than when you fight Widow, which places him high. The reason he's this low is because his Butcher knives are so slow that it's easy to predict his next attacks and dodge accordingly. They also might inflict bleed on successful hits, but that's just a milder version of Lynx poison who came before him, and his bodyguards are outlaws that he raised as children to kill.
And his profile picture makes him look much more intimidating than what he actually looks like.
Yeah, before a special move, he just stomps once on the ground. It's slow and simply avoided by jumping, easily dodged, or even interrupted by attacking, similar to Widow's special move, and it doesn't even deal that much damage either. And at this point of the game, you already have a spear, giving you longer range enough to hit him from afar, while avoiding most of his attacks. After Butcher, we have the second boss, Hermit, who's the first opponent you will face with magic, which makes him very threatening to players fighting him for the first time. Students all want to learn magic for mischief, but he only teaches the worthy. And his sword inflicts weakness on successful hits. That means that you deal less damage to him, prolonging the fight and aiding in his very fast magic recharge.
But Hack's ability is stronger.
And what exactly is your ability?
Incredible strength that no one can match.
That's not really special.
He also looks like Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he does. But what's funny is that his special move is that he levitates and calls thunderbolts to strike you from above every 3 seconds until you hit him. Next up, surprisingly, is the boss of Act 1, Lynx. He's the leader of a group of assassins, as well as the first opponent you will face with ranged weapons, while you fight him with melee, which is very overwhelming. And his claws give him incredible speed and range. They also have a chance to apply both a poison status effect and or an unavoidable bomb that explodes shortly after.
But if these two were triggered at the same time, say goodbye to your health bar.
Not only that, special move involves using the smoke bomb to turn invisible, and it's very difficult to interrupt due to the absence of ranged attacks or long ranged weapons like the spear at that early point of the game. But then why is he this slow? Of course, Hack can still easily beat him. Well, it's because on replays he's much easier since you now have ranged weapons and spears. And winning the bronze medal is Wasp, the fourth boss you will face. Not only does she have the most interesting storyline among the bosses, as her bodyguards are either people that oppose her or her advisors that restrict her movement, and you just conveniently get rid of them for her. She also has one of the strongest weapons. Her Naginata gives her high range and has a chance of dealing double damage in her final phase. Double damage? Hack means Hack's still stronger. Yeah, I know, it's a lot, but it doesn't stop there. She also has a chance to automatically return half of your damage back at you, so hitting her while you have low health could cause you to commit seppuku. At least that way you die in an honorable way. That, or die in a very frustrating way.
Yeah.
And her special move is even more annoying. She jumps on one side of the arena and dashes quickly to the other side, like she's a swordfish or something. It's unblockable, uninterruptible, deals a lot of damage, and can only be dodged with a well-timed duck or roll. Or you can helplessly try to keep her in the center of the arena away from the edges.
I bet you can do that possible.
Yes, I can. I'll show you. Idiot. The second strongest boss in the game is the sixth and final demon you will face, Shogun. He usurped the prince of the kingdom only for him to become the new leader who rules his people with an iron fist. However, when you come to face him, his bodyguards think that you are the deceased prince who came back from the grave, since you resemble him. After beating his bodyguards, the news reaches him and now he comes to kill the prince again. His katana is the most well-rounded in range, speed, and damage, which is further boosted by the overheat on the next hit. And his armor and helmet also have a high chance to negate all damage of your attacks, nullifying the status effect along with them. Yikes! Then how am I supposed to hit him? You just have to spam him, I guess. But if you think that's hard, in his final phase he drops asteroids from the sky, which are the trickiest magic to dodge before the chainsaw of death in the next chapter. But above all that, the strongest feature he has is his special ability, in which he uses a difficult to see hand gesture when rolling or jumping to call one of his 3 helpers to swoop in and get a quick, unblockable hit at you. Each of these bodyguards comes and attacks from a different direction.
What? So how do you know which of his bodyguards is coming?
Well, you have to see which direction the sneaky attacker is coming from, so you know which helper is coming to help him, and see which weapon which helper is carrying, so you know which helper will attack and dodge the attacks. And he lost it. And the strongest boss in the entire game is Titan, the galactic emperor of many worlds, and easily outclasses all of the bosses that came before him. This boss can control anyone through mind control, and his bodyguards are all brainwashed champions from the different worlds he rules. That's kind of ironic since Widow can mind control men with her charm and she's at the bottom of the list while Titan is at the top. Yeah, but Widow is a mere fly compared to Titan. In fact, all of the demons fear his ultimate power. He has Shogun's immunity to attacks, in addition to a force field that tanks a hit, then recharges relatively quickly, such that running out of time may result in your loss. And his gigantic lever can only be carried by him, so you can't even get his weapon and feel like you control the galaxy. It also grants him a chance to steal some of your HP, not to mention its insane range and devastating damage. But Hack is easily better than this toothpick. We get it, Hack. You're strong.
He's also immune to throws. Standing too close to him will get headbutted to the ground. Stand too far away and you're gonna get telepathically choked and thrown by the force, or grabbed by his go-go gadget arm extender, attacked and get smacked into space.
And now he lost it. Now that we all have expressed our hate to Titan, the list is done. So thank you guys for watching this video. This is my opinion of the proper order. Please comment your thoughts or suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell because the train has only just departed.